At this hour, we are following some breaking news in Frederick. Police shot and killed a suspect.
It happened near Main Street and 7th Street. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live from that area. Courtney, what have you learned?
Yeah, good morning, Corey and Jordan. Frederick police were called out here around 1:05 this morning to the 200 block of 7th Street on reports of shots fired. Police tweeted out earlier this morning that there is no threat to the community. It was a multi-jurisdictional response, and upon arrival, officers and the suspect exchanged fire. No officers were injured, but the suspect was shot and pronounced dead at 1:52 this morning. Police are saying the incident is under investigation by the 19th Judicial Critical Incident Response Team. Since this is an officer-involved shooting and people are asked to avoid the area here. We just spoke with the PIO not too long ago. She didn't have much more information to give us at this time, but she did confirm that the suspect is a male and that they will be giving us some updates later on this morning.
All right, working with some limited information there, Courtney, including we're working to learn why police even went out there and what was happening in that area in the first place. Courtney, we'll check back in with you in just a bit. Thank you. Also developing at this hour, a grand jury in Denver has indicted a police officer for shooting into a crowd of people while aiming for a suspect.
This happened last July. Now that officer is facing more than a dozen charges. The grand jury returned a 14-count indictment against Officer Brandon Ramos. Charges include 8 counts of assault. Several bystanders were hurt outside of Larimer Beer Hall. According to the indictment, Officer Ramos only saw the side of the suspect, Jordan Waddy, but he fired at him twice. The document also says the officer knew the suspect was standing in front of a large crowd of people, and he did not have a clear backdrop to fire his weapon. The indictment says his decision to shoot was reckless, unreasonable, and unnecessary. Officer Ramos will be suspended without pay due to the felony charges. There is a criminal case against Waddy, but pending before Denver District Court. He's charged with 3 counts of possession of a firearm as a previous offender and 1 count of third-degree assault. Now, in a statement, Denver Mayor Michael Hancock says he didn't expect this outcome from the grand jury, saying while the situation was unfortunate and the injuries regrettable, he said he's surprised to see the grand jury found the officer's actions involved criminal intent. The mayor also said now that this is a criminal case, the city won't issue any other comment until it is concluded.
New this morning, Denver firefighters set a record calls for service helping the community on Christmas Eve. The department says dispatchers processed 809 calls. Fire crews responded to 579 of those calls. So not only was it a busy night, the department says it was the most calls ever in the Denver fire history for a single day. And it wasn't just Denver fire crews that were busy. South Metro firefighters also were busy responding to calls like this one, where a pipe burst and flooded condos in Douglas County. South Metro says the 3 days before Christmas, they responded to 180 alarm activations.
An update this morning on Bills safety. Demar Hamlin, he is showing signs of improvement. That's according to a tweet from the Buffalo Bills.
He's been in intensive care since Monday night. The Bills say they expect Hamlin to remain in the ICU while his health care team continues to treat him. The NFL's chief medical officer says the league is investigating what caused Hamlin's cardiac arrest. Dr. Alan Sills says doctors will look for any abnormalities with Hamlin's heart that weren't caught in screenings and look at whether changes to protective gear could have helped in this situation. He says the medical team's pregame meeting was critical to saving Hamlin on the field.
One of those roles and responsibilities that is identified in that 60-minute meeting is who will be what we call the code leader, meaning if there is a cardiac arrest, who's going to lead, who's going to be the captain of the ship in that moment to make determinations, decisions about various aspects of the resuscitation.
As of now, NFL has not said if the Bills-Bengals game will be rescheduled. The league, though, has said both teams will resume with their scheduled games this Sunday. Both are playing morning games. The Bengals are back at home playing the Ravens, and the Bills are back in Buffalo against the Patriots.
You know, there's just still so many questions about this. And what's been incredible is the outpouring of support from not only fans that we saw on both sides, but also like every NFL team has changed their Twitter logo to be the number 3. I mean, we saw our stadium change our colors to the Bills colors. I mean, it really is incredible the support that's come around him.
Absolutely. And you know, you heard that conversation there between Zach Taylor and Sean McDermott. I think that speaks volumes about the Bills coach saying, I should be at the hospital right now. I don't need to be coaching this game. And that's kind of where the decision came from, that we're not going to resume this anymore.
Yeah, it wasn't like one of many factors. It was the only factor. And the fact that they just made the decision right there in front of the refs. I mean, that was the right decision.
Absolutely. And everybody seems to agree. His health above all else.